Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Apocalypse Movies. My name is Jake Berlin. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have been a part of this channel for a little bit, you can see that I'm not sitting in my normal chair. Some things are happening in the garage, so I'm out here in the kitchen recording for the Movie Watching Challenge, a little segment on this channel where we challenge each other to watch brand new movies we've never seen before. Every single person in the world has movies they've never seen. Our lists are probably a little bit longer than your typical movie buffs, but we are always excited to venture us in this new movies and check out what we have in store for us. This week, I watched one of Studio Ghibli's best films, or considered best films anyway, My Neighbor Totoro. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but yeah, look, I've always wanted to up my Studio Ghibli knowledge. I've only seen Spirited Away prior to this, so I have quite a ways to go. But I figured with Lucasfilm and Studio Ghibli working together on these little shorts, possibly a little bit more down the road, this is the perfect time to get into it and see what they're all about and adventure into these movies. I plan on watching many more following this one. But as far as My Neighbor Totoro goes, it's classic Studio Ghibli. I mean, what else can I really say? There's a reason why it's considered one of their best, right? The story is very simple. Two young girls and a father move to a town closer to their mother who is sick and in a hospital. And they find the spirits of the forest, essentially. And they are only allowed to see them if the spirits allow them to see them. The younger sister sees them first, kind of stumbles into them. And then the older sister gets her way as well. And they have this little adventure together. It's a little emotional, right? You get these beautiful family vibes and stories from this film. It's very personal. I personally don't have any memory or recollection of going something through very similar, but I have no doubt someone or multiple people in the world do. And so when they watch this movie, it hits them a little differently, right? But that doesn't change my viewpoint on the film. The film is still incredible. The style of the movie is very, very great. I love Totoro and all the little creatures and everything. I love the cat bus. Such a cool aspect to this movie. Great visual as well. But like I said, it's classic Studio Ghibli. You really can't argue against this movie or many of the others. It's hard to do so. And I did watch it the dubbed version. It was the option given to me right away on HBO Max. And if I do watch this movie, or when I do watch this movie again, because I always like to rewatch movies eventually, I will definitely check out the original version so I can kind of get the feel for it all. But I don't think it took away from anything from me. Like, of course, seeing it in its true state is always a better option, but I don't think a dubbed version made it anything less for me. So yeah, My Neighbor Totoro, absolutely fantastic. I think it was everything that I expected it to be. And it makes me excited to look into more of what Studio Ghibli is all about. Like I said, I've seen Spirited Away. I now have another one on my list, and I look forward to watching many more. I know Howl's Moving Castle is one that people talk about quite a bit. I have a list right here. We also have, oh goodness, what are some other movies? Ponyo, Kiki's Delivery Service is another one that I've been talked about. Princess Mononoke is one that's been mentioned a lot. Castle in the Sky has been one that's been mentioned a lot. Like I said, look, there's a lot. And I'm looking forward to getting into them all. And I don't know if I'll be doing it on the Movie Watching Challenge, but if you are interested, I'm sure I'll be tweeting about it or reacting to it over on my personal socials at Qui-Gon Jake, 2 N's. Someone else took it before I did. And of course, Apocalypse Movies. Apocalypse Movies on Twitter, Apocalypse Movies on TikTok, here on YouTube, clearly. And as usual, if you have not subscribed to us already, I would greatly appreciate you doing so. Leave a comment on what you think about Studio Ghibli, this movie, My Neighbor Totoro, your favorite movies from Studio Ghibli. And of course, the second part of all this, just quickly, these always come with us being able to challenge someone else. And as it's been the last couple months, we've been challenging Brian every other week. And on Apocalypse Now, this past Tuesday, our weekly movie hangout show, 7 o'clock Pacific at Tuesdays, I challenged him to 4 movies, and he ended up landing on Birdman. That's what it was, Birdman. I gave him 4 options, and the wheel spun and landed on Birdman, the Alejandro Iñárritu film that starred Michael Keaton, among many other names. that was a Oscar favorite that year. So he'll be reviewing that this week and talking about that. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's good. Not sure if it's going to be, but we will find out here this upcoming week. So again, thank you guys so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. My name is Jake Glenn. Again, this is Apocalypse Movies. Catch you guys next time.